Now we will start rate controlled drug delivery system. Basically we have studied earlier the sustained release formulations, means these are those formulations which are used to prolong the release or extend the release for a particular period of time. And controlled release formulations, these are the formulations which are used to regulate the rate to a particular extent so that effect can be prolonged for a particular duration. So now these rate controlled drug delivery systems are basically devised in order to achieve a constant rate of drug delivery as well as to have the sustained effects. So they are further categorized into rate programmed drug delivery system, they are feedback regulated systems, they are site specific systems, and they are further categorized as mechanically modulated systems. Now these rate programmed drug delivery systems are further categorized into membrane modulated systems, adhesive diffusion controlled systems, micro reservoir systems, and matrix systems. Now first of all we will start with membrane modulated systems. Now what are the membrane modulated systems? Membrane modulated systems are basically the systems which have a membrane which will be the rate controlling in nature. Means these membrane modulated systems, if I say in case of the membrane modulated systems, these membrane modulated systems will have a rate controlling membrane which is going to control the release of the drug. For example, we have also heard that there are the certain intrauterine devices which are available in the market, and other formulations, transdermal patches are also available in the market which have the rate controlling membrane. So these membrane modulated systems basically are composed of a shallow compartment of the drug, and they consist of the backing membrane, and this backing membrane can be represented like this. It is like this. This is a backing membrane which is inert in nature, means it will not allow the drug to pass through the surface, and it will be a shallow compartment. It will be a shallow compartment of the drug. This is the shallow compartment of the drug where the drug will be loaded. Now over this drug loaded shallow compartment we will place a rate controlling membrane. This rate controlling membrane will be regulating the release of the drug from this formulation, and it will be covered by a surface of a adhesive material which will allow the adhesion of our membrane modulated system over the surface of the skin or to any mucosal surface. Now this adhesive surface, this adhesive material is basically hypoallergenic in nature, and it provides the adhesion, proper adhesion adhesion over the surface. For example, if I am going to apply over the surface of my skin, then this will be allowing the formulation to adhere well over the surface and will not allow the movement of the preparation. And adherence is basic requirement, otherwise preparation can't be holded over the surface for a particular period of time. Now this baking membrane is inert, and because of this it will not allow the content to move into the surrounding or into the environment, and this will be a drug compartment, and this will be rate controlling membrane. This rate controlling membrane may be made up of the various kind of the polymers depending upon the selection criteria. It may be a natural source derived polymer, or it may be synthetic polymer, it may be biodegradable polymer, or it may be non-biodegradable polymer, depending upon the compatibility between the drug and the polymeric surface. These are chosen, and this according to the rate required we will have the release. Means according to the rate required, as well as this rate controlling membrane has an impact over the release of the formulation and the thickness of this membrane, porosity of this membrane, tortuosity of this membrane, tortuosity of this rate controlling membrane, thickness, porosity, as well as composition is going to affect the rate of the drug release from our formulation. This is membrane modulated system. Now in this membrane modulated system, what is going on, that initially, as we have studied earlier in the diffusion controlled drug delivery systems, it is an example of the diffusion controlled drug delivery system. This adhesive will have only one function, that it will allow the drug to adhere over the surface. Now as it has allowed the drug to adhere over the surface, then this rate controlling membrane will allow the solvent to move in, and this solvent will lead to that of the dissolution of the drug over the surface and will form a saturated aqueous layer over this surface, and formation of the saturated aqueous layer of the drug solution over this surface will allow the drug to move out across this rate controlling membrane, and as well as a thin layer formed by the adhesive polymeric material, and then it will reach to the surface of the site of absorption. Now if I say this adhesive material commonly is inert in nature and it is silicone or polyacrylate derivative, so that it can facilitate the adsorption of the preparation over the surface and allow the sticking of the preparation over the surface. Now if I say these membrane modulated systems are available in the market, yes, they are available in the market, and there are the certain formulations available with the name of the formulation like Catapress. There are the nitroglycerin preparations which are membrane modulated, as well as progesterone IUDs are also available, intrauterine devices are also available, where the rate controlling membrane is present, and it has the structures like this. It has a T-shaped structure, and it contains the load of the progesterone into the compartment, progesterone as a drug, and this is a rate controlling membrane. There are the threads which allow these are the threads which allow the retention of the preparation into the uterus, and they usually have this has a usually size of 36 millimeter and above size is 32 millimeter. So now these preparations are used basically to regulate the release. Means these membrane modulated systems are not restricted for that of the topical use. They could be intrauterine use, or they could be for topical use, and some formulations are also available for the oral use, where the membrane is controlling the rate of the drug release. Now the next system is adhesive diffusion control control systems. As the name is suggesting, the adhesive control drug delivery systems contain an adhesive polymer in which the drug will be distributed, and then that distribution is basically dispersion that has been formed that will be regulating the release. Now, these adhesive control drug delivery systems means, as we have made in the earlier membrane modulated system, it will also have a similar manner. It will have a baking membrane which will be inert in nature, and there will be a drug compartment as earlier preparation was having. But it will not be like the shallow as it was in earlier. It will be in the form of the film. Like there is a baking membrane. It will be a baking membrane. We will have an adhesive polymer dispersion loaded with drug. And then there will be again a thin layer of the adhesive which will allow the uniform adherence of the preparation over the surface. Now it will be like this. Means there is a no need, there will be a shallow compartment. It will be like that. There is a rate controlling there is a baking membrane. Then adhesive polymer dispersion containing the drug. Next will be the adhesive layer. And in the similar manner as in the earlier discussion, in the membrane modulated system, these adhesives will be hypoallergenic in nature, they will be inert, they will have only one function, that they will allow the binding of the preparation over the surface so that it can remain stuck at a particular place till the drug is released over the surface of the site of action. Now, these baking membranes, as they are inert, they will not allow the permeation of the drug outside this formulation, as well as they will not allow any moisture, any environmental solvent exposure to that of this system. Now, what is happening over here? The drug loaded, this patch will be placed over the surface of the skin, then moisture from the skin through this adhesive layer is going to be entering into the adhesive polymer layer. Now, the adhesive layer that is placed over the surface of the adhesive polymer dispersion loaded film will be working as a rate controlling membrane also. Now, this adhesive has the dual function over here, that it is rate controlling membrane as well as it is providing the adhesion of the preparation over the surface. So, this is termed as adhesive controlled drug delivery system. Means the diffusion of the drug will be dependent upon the thickness of the adhesive material as well as composition of the adhesive material, and release will be constituted by the gumminess, mucilaginous behavior of the adhesive material as well as the porosity, tortuosity of the membrane that is formed by this adhesive layer will be regulating the release of the drug from the adhesive polymer dispersion system, where the release will be controlled by that of the diffuser. Adhesive, so they are termed as adhesive diffusion controlled drug delivery systems. Now, these adhesive diffusion controlled drug delivery systems are basically prepared by dispersing the drug. Means we have taken a polymer, adhesive polymer, it will be in the solubilized state and then drug will be added into it, and then that either the drug will dissolve or drug will disperse. Now, that dispersion will be casted in the form of the film by the solvent evaporation method. Solvent will be removed and then that film will be placed. First of all, baking membrane will be placed, then adhesive polymer load will be polymer loaded drug film will be placed, followed by the addition of the adhesive layer. Now, this will be in the same manner, it is not the dissolution control system, it will be a diffusion control system. Means the diffusion of the moisture from the surrounding will be entering into that from the adhesive layer to the adhesive polymeric dispersion, and then there will be again a solution will be formed at the boundary layer where the saturated aqueous layer will be formed, and that saturated aqueous layer will constitute the 100% gradient across which the drug will be diffusing into the, first of all it will be diffusing into the adhesive layer, and from that adhesive layer it will be diffusing over the surface of the skin. So few drugs like nitroglycerin adhesive diffusion control drug delivery systems are also available in the market. Now the next one will be the matrix type drug delivery systems. Now, what is matrix? As we have studied also earlier, that matrix are prepared by dispersing the drug uniformly into a polymer. Now, here the polymer could be lipophilic or it could be hydrophilic. Means it could be cellulosic derivative or it may be lipid source derivative. Like in lipid source derivative, if we say it may be stearate derivative, it may be myristate derivative, or it may be Vexis. And in hydrophilic cellulose derivatives means it may be carboxymethyl cellulose, it could be hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose, it could be sodium carboxymethyl cellulose. So many polymers are available in the market which can be utilized to prepare the matrix system. So first of all what we do, we first of all dissolve our drug into the polymer system. Means initially polymer was disentangled by dissolving into the suitable concentration in a particular solvent in which it is uniformly soluble, and then we will add the drug. Means there will be a solution of polymer, then we will add our drug, and this drug will be dissolved. Either it will be dissolved or it will be dispersed. Now either it is dissolved or either it is dispersed. Means depending upon the solubility of the drug has been uniformly or homogeneously dissolved and dispersed. Now these matrix, these are the dispersions or these are the homogeneously formed solutions. Now these things will be poured into the shallow molds or the compartments, and then the solvent will be evaporated. As the solvent will be evaporated, then it will leave a thin film over the surface. Now these systems will have a mat-like appearance. Means the drug will be uniformly dispersed in the polymeric matrix like this. These dotted surfaces represents the amount of the drug present into the polymeric network of the system. Now these systems have the uniformability in the release of the drug also. Means as this surface is coming in contact with that of the biological fluid, then it will either, if it is a hydrophilic polymer, then it will swell. If it is a lipophilic polymer, then it will not swell. So it will behave like this. For example, if I say I have a matrix system and this is the matrix and I have taken a part of this matrix. For example, I am going to take this part of the matrix, and if I visualize it microscopically, and if it is made up of, if I say it has a surface like this and here is a drug. Now if it is a lipophilic surface, then solvent will come inside it and there will be no swelling of the polymeric system. No swelling. Now if there is no swelling because of the capillary motion and as well as the affinity of the system, porosity of the system, our solvent is moving inside our matrix. Now as this drug will be coming into the solution state, then there will be a counter diffusion of the drug. Why there will be a counter diffusion of the drug? Because the concentration gradient outside is 0 and inside it is almost 100%. So there will be a diffusion of the drug because of the high concentration gradient. Means drug always diffuses from high concentration to low concentration. If it is diffusing from high concentration to low concentration, then obviously what is going over here? Means the drug has reached to the reached to that of the site of release. Now if the drug will be released, then the size of this matrix system is not increasing. But if it is made up of the in spite of lipophilic polymer, it is made up of hydrophilic polymer. As it will be placed into the system where it has to be placed, it will start swelling and its size will be like this. For example, if it is made up of the carboxymethyl cellulose, then it will take the moisture. If I am taking it topically, if I am taking it orally, then it will swallow, and as it will swallow, then this will increase the path length for the drug to release, as well as the swellability also increases the porosity of the preparation. And the porosity of the preparation, how it will increase the porosity means, for example, if I take a simple balloon and we have seen if it is not blown, then it has a thick plastic film, but once it is blown, then the plastic stretches out, and as it stretches out, its elasticity, because of its elasticity, it is stretching, and then it is easy to, if I am going to prick, and then it will blast. But if it is a thick plastic and it is in the not blown state, then it will be resistant also. So as the swelling will occur, then the porosity, as the pores will be in the stretched form, and as the pores will be in the stretched form, the diffusion of the drug will be faster. As well as the rate of the swelling of these polymers means rate of swelling of these polymers will be dependent upon degree of swelling, porosity of the membrane, as well as affinity towards the solvent. Now, if it is in the adsorbed state, if it has swollen uniformly, then there will be diffusion as it was in the lipophilic case, means drug will be in the solution state, then it will form a saturated layer over the surface, there will be a concentration gradient, and the drug will diffuse out from the system. Means the composition of our system will determine whether it will swell or it will not swell. If it swells, then swelling will affect the degree of permeation of the drug. If our lipophilic polymer doesn't swell, doesn't adsorb, then rate of the release will be very slow. So in order to achieve a controlled release, we require a suitable selection of the polymer, means we require a very prolonged release or we require a faster release. Then accordingly we select the polymer system. Next thing over here is that there are the two types of the polymer, means hydrophilic and lipophilic. If I have selected the hydrophilic polymer, then swelling will be there. If I have selected the lipophilic polymer and I say my lipophilic polymer doesn't swell, doesn't increases its porosity, if there is no increase in the porosity, then what is going to happen over here? Now, if sometimes selection of the lipophilic polymer is also based upon to that of the degradation which is happening in the system by the enzymes. For example, as we have also discussed that erosion of the polymer also regulates the release, and erosion is dependent upon the oxidation of the polymer, hydrolysis of the polymer, as well as it is also regulated by the enzymes, means esterases, acetylases, all these enzymes also regulate the breakdown of the polymer. So there may be these systems, matrix type systems may be diffusion controlled, may be dissolution controlled, or they may be erosion controlled systems. Now the next rate programmed drug delivery system will be micro reservoir type rate programmed drug delivery systems. And what is this micro reservoir type? Means in the matrix system, what we have done, this is the polymer solution and we have dispersed the drug. Now in micro reservoir systems, means initially drug will be in the state means I have encapsulated the drug with a suitable polymer and then it is in the reservoir state. Now, as it is in the reservoir state and then I make a dispersion of these reservoirs into a polymer. And this polymer could be hydrophilic, this could be lipophilic. Now, I have made this kind of the dispersion means I have slowed down the further release of the drug. Means in these micro reservoir systems, drug is in the reservoir. Either it is in the encapsulated state and then I have, after encapsulation of the drug into a reservoir, I have made a reservoir system initially and then those reservoirs were uniformly dispersed into the polymer system and that polymer may be hydrophilic or lipophilic depending upon the suitability of our preparation. Now, these micro reservoir systems have the ability means first of the solvent will diffuse into this matrix system and then from this matrix system solvent will reach to this surface and then there will be solution of the drug and diffusion will be from this surface. So, the micro reservoir systems are basically prepared in order to improve the stability of the drug as well as they are also prepared in order to achieve the higher shelf life of the product and they have the prolonged effects. For example, if I am going to make an implant and where I wish, for example, if I say and I am going to prepare an estrogen implant or I am going to prepare a progesterone implant, then I wish to have the release of the drug for 3 months, 6 months or an year. Then in that case, I will disperse the certain amount of the free drug into the matrix homogeneously along with that of the uniformly loaded microspheres and those microstructures along with that of the free drug will prolong the effect of the drug. Initially, the free drug will leach out from the surface and then when it will be exhausted with that of the free drug, then there will be a continuous diffusion of the drug from that of the reservoir system to the matrix system and from matrix system there will be diffusion of the drug into the surrounding. Now, as the drug has reached over the surface, it will facilitate the effect over the site of action. So, in rate programmed drug delivery systems, we had 4 systems like we had membrane modulated systems, adhesive control drug delivery systems, matrix systems and micro reservoir type systems. So, the next part will be activation modulated drug delivery system.